The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of February 24 to 28 indicate that Claire Newman will find herself trapped in a crisis, while Jack Abbott gets a shock and Victor Newman reveals a discovery. For starters, Victor will have some important updates for Lily Winters regarding the info she asked for. Lily pushed Victor to investigate Damien Kane, so Victor will report his findings soon enough. Will there be any signs of shady behavior in Damien's past? Could there be some buried criminal cover-ups or some other things that'll add to Lily's concerns about Nate Hastings' half-brother? Regardless, Nate will proceed with caution when it comes to Damien, so building trust won't be easy. My and our spoilers say Nate's priority will be guarding Amy Lewis' heart from any additional pain that Damien might cause. Over with Kyle Abbott, he'll await the results of a loyalty test. Claire may find herself torn between the Newmans and Abbotts thanks to Kyle's request. Could Kyle push Claire to do some snooping and try to figure out what Victor's up to? Since Victor dropped hints about an upcoming Abbott blowup, Kyle may ask Claire to help protect his family. That could leave Claire conflicted since she won't want to provoke Victor's fury, but she also can't condone his revenge plot. Claire might feel obligated to at least look into things and see what she can find out. Could Claire do some eavesdropping and discover the spies that have been planted at Abbotts? If Claire has an opportunity to derail Victor's scheme, will she blab to Kyle and Jack? Speaking of Jack, he's in for a shock once he sees the results of Diane Jenkins Abbott's mansion refresh. Diane has made plenty of positive predictions about Jack's reaction, so will he love the changes and prove her right? Meanwhile, it looks like Phyllis Summers will find creative ways to pull Billy Abbott closer while sabotaging his romance with Sally Spectra. Summer Newman will have a similar idea, at least once she stops living in denial of her feelings for Kyle. It won't be long until Summer sees an opening to win her ex back, so she'll take advantage of all the obstacles that are landing in Kyle and Claire's path. Next, Audra Charles will struggle to keep her past with Holden Novak under wraps. Nate may become increasingly suspicious if he catches Holden and Audra spending more time together. There's also the potential for Holden to pursue a romantic reunion with Audra, since he doesn't seem to be over her. Audra tried to downplay their history, but Holden doesn't seem ready to let go just yet. The Young and the Restless spoilers say the week of February 24 to 28 will bring some twists and turns, so don't miss all the stunning news and heated face-offs to come. It's the place to be for terrific Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, news, and updates, so make us your go-to Y and R source. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, February 20, reveal that Sally Spectra will be jealous over Billy Abbott and Phyllis Summers' connection, while Audra Charles grills Holden Novak. First, let's talk about Holden, who'll secretly meet up with Audra again. Audra was hesitant to even take this meeting, so she'll want to make sure the risk is worth it in the end. That's why Audra will put Holden through a grilling session and push for Damien Kane intel. Audra may have questions about Damien's business and how he became such a success story so quickly. Of course, Audra will still be hoping that Holden and Damien are headed back to Los Angeles ASAP. Bad news is coming up for Audra instead, since she'll eventually find out Damien and Holden are sticking around. My and our spoilers say Damien will deliver a shocker to Nate Hastings and Amy Lewis on Thursday's episode. Damien may admit he molded over and is now open to trying to make amends with his sick mom. Damien might even consider getting to know Nate and bonding with him as his half-brother. However, Nate will keep his guard up when it comes to Damien, especially after this apparent change of heart. It could leave Nate worried about Damien's motives, so he'll definitely want to watch out for Amy and try to help her avoid any further heartbreak. In Paris, Sally won't be able to hide her true feelings when it comes to Billy and Phyllis' connection. It's possible Phyllis could crash the trip in person, but it's also possible she'll just resort to more calls, texts, and voicemails. Whatever the case, Sally's jealousy will bubble up a bit when it comes to Phyllis and Billy's bond. Even if Sally doesn't view Phyllis as a romantic threat just yet, she might voice complaints about Phyllis' constant interruptions. Sally may also have concerns about Phyllis' reckless side and how she might bring out Billy's worst impulses. Although Sally will have multiple reasons to worry about these exes working together, Billy may offer reassurance and suggest Phyllis is harmless, even if she's been annoying lately. Our Vi and our predictions point to Phyllis pursuing Billy and trying to steal him away from Sally, especially after that hot dream she had. The young and the restless spoilers say Phyllis will make some bold moves in the coming weeks, so stay tuned for updates on all the curveballs ahead. The young and the restless scoop for Wednesday, February 19, reveals Victor Newman will tell Kyle Abbott he's not the right man for Claire Newman. Y and R spoilers tease Lauren will sense something's going on with her husband. Okay, fine. Victor has a new plan to wage war on the Abbotts, and I hate it, he'll reply. Why can't the man just let things go? Lauren will say she warned him if he went back to work for Victor, this situation would arise. Y and R Daily Scoop should have quit when he had the chance. Maybe you should have listened to me and walked away from Victor when you had a chance, she'll add. But Michael will say he'll always be loyal to him. Then he'll tell her the story of what happened when I and Ward showed up at the ranch. My only regret about that night is that I couldn't somehow prevent Victor from being shot, Michael will add. Lauren will be upset and remind her husband he could have died, but Michael will say he didn't, I and Ward did. In their suite, Diane will tell Jack she'd like to sneak away for romantic getaways more often. However, she's got a craving for some crab empanadas. Society, here we come, Jack will reply and get out of bed. Meanwhile, Daniel will tell Summer she's fixated on Kyle. I'm not fixated, I'm not jealous, she'll reply. So Daniel will tell her to prove it. Let's go. Summer will agree to leave Society, but not before she glares over at Kyle and Claire. They'll head to the GCAC for dinner, and Daniel will once again leave a voicemail for Phyllis Summers. Summer will say maybe she decided to head to Paris to talk to Billy Abbott about the new venture, but Daniel will say he highly doubts it. I'm sure that Mom is fine. You know how she gets when she dives into a new project, Summer will say. Plus, Summer will remind him Sharon Newman is no longer a threat. And the people who were the real danger, they're dead now. Daniel will change the subject back to Summer's fixation on Kyle, and she'll get angry. He'll ask if things are back on track with Chance Chancellor, and she'll say they had one dinner together. I'm just concerned that you seem to care a lot about Kyle's love life, Daniel will reply. Young and the restless scoop. Nikki tells them all it's far from over. Back at Society, Nikki Newman will arrive. She'll ask what's going on. Victor will say they just had a difference of opinion. But Claire will tell Nikki her grandfather just said there's nothing Kyle can say or do to make him accept their relationship. Nikki will ask what Victor was thinking. Claire will point out that Kyle came there in good faith. The Abbotts are the Abbotts. Nothing will ever change, Victor will reply. Kyle will ask him how he's sure there's going to be more trouble. Unless you plan on causing it yourself. So Nikki will ask if there's truth to what Kyle says. But Victor will say Jack and Diane will self-destruct and Claire will be in the middle of it. You broke Summer's heart, and now you're going to do the same thing to Claire. Victor will say, adding he's not the right man for Claire. If you hurt my granddaughter in any way, you'll have to deal with me. Victor will get and leave the table, just as Jack and Diane walk in. He'll tell them to enjoy their fabricated bliss because it won't last. After Victor leaves, Jack will say Old Grumpy is in a mood and ask what they missed. Trust me, you don't want to know, Nikki will reply. Jack will say he hopes this isn't scaring Claire away. Claire will tell him she knows where she wants to be, and nothing's going to keep her from Kyle. Diane and Jack will be sure that Victor's plotting something as usual, and Nikki will agree. "I know my husband well," she'll say. "Brace yourselves, this is far from over." The Young and the Restless spoilers for Wednesday, February 19, suggest some interesting plot twists on the horizon in Genoa City. Someone plays peacemaker, while another spills a secret, and a character has a tough decision up ahead. What's set to unravel during Wednesday's show? Time to find out. Nikki Newman tries to keep the peace. Sounds impossible, but Nikki Newman might be the only one up for the task of peacemaker when it comes to GC's longest-standing feud. During Wednesday's episode, Nikki will try and play peacemaker between Victor Newman and Jack Abbott. Their rivalry is set to heat up, and Nikki, along with a number of other characters, will feel caught in the middle when it does. Will Jack find out about how the moustache grilled Kyle Abbott during their recent dinner with Claire Newman? This might be the reason the two have a confrontation, and why Nikki will have to step in. Michael Baldwin spills. Speaking of, Y&R fans learned during Tuesday's show that Victor has planted 3 spies in Abbotts during his meeting with lawyer Michael Baldwin. Now it seems as if Michael is set to spill the tea about something with his wife, Lauren Fenmore. Will he fill Lauren in about Victor's plans for Abbotts? Summer Newman's choice. Lastly, Summer Newman will have a tough decision where Kyle is concerned. She seemed upset at society while she was with Daniel Romalotti as she watched Kyle attempt to win over Victor on Tuesday. In fact, Summer expressed concern about how Victor's disapproval of the Kyle romance could trickle over to Harrison Abbott. What hard decision will Summer make? Will she decide to pursue a reunion with Kyle, or simply try to break up his romance with Claire? Daniel did say Summer was giving off Phyllis Summers vibes during Tuesday's show. The Young and the Restless Sharon Case recently got candid about her Genoa City alter ego while in conversation with another beloved soap star from General Hospital. Discussing bipolar. During the latest episode of State of Mind, hosted by GH's Newman Spinard, he was joined by Y&R's Case, where the two discussed the actress' affinity for playing bipolar characters. While sharing the way she hopped from as the world turns to Y&R, Spinard noted that she played a character that was considered manic-depressive on ATWT. "I played Debbie, who was bipolar or manic-depressed," Case said, prompting Spinard to more that Debbie was considered manic-depressed because during that time, it wasn't called bipolar. That character, she went back into an institution where she had originally come from when I took that role, she remembered. Not long after that, a few months, I started playing Sharon Newman on The Young and the Restless, who is bipolar. Was Sharon Newman always bipolar? Spinard asked, noting that his character is always bipolar. Case divulged, she must have always been, but it was discovered at a point in her life when I had already been on the show for several years. Case went on to reveal that one of her many reasons for wanting to come on SOM was because she plays a bipolar character. "Yes, I do play a bipolar character, not the only one I've ever played. This is sort of my niche, I guess." Y&R superfan. Despite Spinard revealing to Case that he's a fan of hers and once considered himself a closet Young and the Restless watcher, he made a big admission to the actress. "I never knew that your character was bipolar until now." Shocked by the news, Case assured him that her character is bipolar, to which Spinard continued, "What happened is, somebody said to me, Sharon Case is playing bipolar. So I thought you just got diagnosed," he said of her character, noting it was what prompted him to invite her onto his podcast. Of late, many fans have been feeling the slump in the storylines that have rolled out on The Young and the Restless. Fans have been discussing how there is a need for some very interesting characters on screen to make it all come to life. One such speculation caught a lot of heat on Reddit very recently. A character name is being thrown around, and many fans are quite on the positive side of this return. Who could it be, you ask? Here is all about it. The Young and the Restless. A familiar face returns to cause shakeup. Recently, some of the Young and the Restless fans took to Reddit to suggest a new possible storyline. Fans suggested that maybe it's time to bring back a character who has been missing from the scene and start some new storylines. This character is none other than Lauren and Michael's son Fen. The last time fans got to see Fen was many years ago. He popped up at the time of Lauren's anniversary celebration and introduced everyone to his boyfriend. While it is still not clear whether the character is gay or bi, fans have been nudging towards a storyline for him. Many fans believe that it would be rather fun if Fen was bi, and he came back to shake things up. Some fans speculated that it would be a great storyline where Fen has broken up with his boyfriend and comes to Genoa City to get paired up with someone in town. This person in question could be Claire Newman. Right now, Claire is in a relationship with Kyle Abbott. However, the ongoing storyline suggests that Kyle's ex-wife, Summer, has renewed interest in him and will start pursuing him again. When that happens, there is a huge chance that Summer and Kyle will get back together, and Claire will be left alone to wipe her tears. Enter Fen, a person who could not only wipe Claire's tears, but also give her some support. However, a few fans also had a problem with this storyline. They believe that Fen is a gay character who is very happy with his boyfriend off-screen. In fact, they hoped that this boyfriend would have by now become his husband. So, it is no use bringing him back for a storyline like this. But they did suggest that maybe bringing a new character in would be great. What side are you on? Would you want Fen returning? If yes, what should be his storyline? Tell us your opinion in the comments below. Also, keep coming back to Soap Opera Daily for more updates like such. The Young and the Restless airs on CBS all weekdays. Tune in for all the fun. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Claire Newman could expose Victor Newman's spies to Kyle Abbott and Jack Abbott. Will Claire's grandpa be furious over a major betrayal? Although Claire was targeting the Newman family when she made her Y and R debut, Victor understands that she was under Jordan's control. Claire has transformed her life and proven her loyalty to Victor, so he's accepted her into the Newman clan, which means Victor is showing off his protective side now. That's a problem since Claire wants Victor to approve of her relationship with Kyle. Claire doesn't think it's fair for Victor to judge Kyle based on his Abbott roots, nor does she support this forever feud between the two families. With all that in mind, we can certainly see the potential for Claire to become a traitor in Victor's eyes. Claire could be forced to make a choice that infuriates Victor in the end. Victor is plotting against Abbott using some spies he's planted through their Glissade acquisition. Those spies are going to report back with plenty of info on Abbott's plans, so Victor will be able to sabotage the company. It'll be easy for Victor to derail things once he has a better idea of what Abbott has in the works. Claire was already fond of the Abbotts due her time as Harrison Abbott's nanny. However, Claire cares even more now that she's dating Kyle, who happens to be Abbott's co-CEO. How can Claire just stand by and let Victor tank Kyle's family business? If Claire figures out what Victor's up to, she may not be willing to keep her mouth shut. Claire knows Victor well enough by now to realize that scolding him won't work, and neither will begging him to back off. The only surefire way to stop Victor's scheme may be to expose it to Kyle and Jack. Perhaps Claire will sound the alarm over Victor's spies, which would give Jack and Kyle a chance to fire them or even feed them bogus information. The Abbotts can fight back if Claire tips them off to Victor's plot, but that could seriously damage her relationship with her grandfather. Is that a risk Claire will ultimately have to take? Our Y and R predictions hint that Claire may find herself backed into a corner, so stay tuned to see if she'll give Kyle and Jack updates on some shocking news. The Young and the Restless spoilers hint that Claire could provoke Victor's fury depending on how this storyline plays out. The Young and the Restless recap for Wednesday, February 19, reveals that Victor Newman will warn heartbreaker Kyle Abbott while Summer Newman's obsession blows up. In the Jazz Lounge, Michael Baldwin will talk to Lauren Fenmore Baldwin about Victor going after Jack Abbott again. Lauren will complain about Michael's loyalty to Victor, especially since he could have lost his life in all the chaos at the ranch. When Lauren forces Michael to spill the details of what happened, he'll only give her the story he gave Chance Chancellor. Lauren will worry about Michael bending the truth, but he'll defend the outcome since it all worked out for everyone. The important thing will be that Jordan and Ian Ward are gone. Although Lauren will still have some concerns, she'll let Michael distract her with a dance before they head upstairs for lovemaking. At Society, Daniel Romalotti Jr. will convince Summer to get out of there, but she'll glare over at Kyle and Claire Newman before they head out. At the athletic club, Daniel will admit he's concerned about Phyllis Summer's radio silence, especially since she was calling and texting him non-stop before he accepted Billy Abbott's job offer. Summer will consider the possibility that Phyllis chased after Billy in Paris, but Daniel won't think so because Phyllis made a big deal about their family breakfast tomorrow. Since Phyllis might have lost her phone or already have fallen asleep, Summer won't think there's any need to panic. In the end, Summer will suggest they should only worry if Phyllis doesn't show up for breakfast and they can't reach her by then. Talk will eventually turn back to Summer seeming jealous and obsessed over Kyle's romance. Daniel won't want Summer to wreck things with Chance Chancellor now that they're seemingly back on track. Summer will clarify that they had one dinner, which doesn't mean they're back together. After all the drama surrounding Daniel's arrest, Summer still won't be sure she can get past it. Daniel will encourage Summer to let it go and will remain concerned about her fixation on Kyle's love life. Summer will snap that Daniel is the only one obsessed here and will ultimately insist on taking all Kyle-related topics off the table. Back at Society on Wednesday's I and R episode, Nikki Newman will show up to find that tension has already erupted at Claire's dinner with Kyle and Victor. Kyle will ask how Victor can be so sure another Abbott family implosion is going to happen, unless Victor plans on causing it himself. Nikki will confess that she's curious about that as well. However, Victor will simply act like Claire's going to get caught in the middle of the drama once Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins Abbott self-destruct. Victor will also make a prediction about Kyle breaking Claire's heart, like he broke Summer's if this relationship continues. If Kyle dares to hurt Claire in any way, Victor will warn that Kyle will have to deal with him. Once Jack and Diane arrive at Society, they'll bump into Victor on his way out. Victor will urge Diane and Jack to enjoy their fabricated bliss before he stomps off. Although Claire will assure everyone that Victor isn't scaring her off, there will be lingering concerns about what Victor's cooking up against the Abbotts next. Even Nikki will suspect more trouble is brewing and will suggest they should brace themselves since this is far from over. In Michael and Lauren's suite, he'll ignore Victor's call and focus on making love to her instead. Victor will leave Michael a voicemail reminding him to get as much info as possible on Abbotts' plans ASAP. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Wednesday, February 19, reveal Summer thinking long and hard and coming to an important decision about Kyle. Plus, Nikki tries to run interference between Victor and Jack, while Michael lets Lauren in on a secret. This is sure to be a dramatic and action-packed day in Genoa City that you won't want to miss. Next on The Young and the Restless, Summer gave Claire some advice about handling Victor's disapproval of Claire and Kyle's relationship. Sure, it's odd because Victor fully embraced Kyle and Summer's marriage. Perhaps Victor is merely testing his limits with Claire. Of course, Daniel wondered if Summer was jealous of her ex-husband and her newfound cousin's growing relationship. She insisted that she wasn't jealous at all. Now, Summer makes a tough decision about Kyle. Will it be to put him fully in the past, or will Summer end up pursuing her ex again? Peacemaker. Nikki finds herself in a position she's been in multiple times. Victor has redoubled his feud with Jack because Jack took extreme measures to help save Nikki's life when she was off the wagon. Now, Nikki works to keep the peace between Victor and Jack. Will she be able to make any difference at all to Victor's nefarious plans for Jack, the Abbotts, and Abbott? Something tells us she has an uphill battle to fight here. Secrets. Victor informed Michael that he plans to redouble his efforts to go after Jack, using Abbott as the method. Is this the secret that Michael shares a secret with Lauren? Perhaps. Of course, there could be something else brewing between these two. Nikki Newman, a legacy of strength and resilience. The heart of Genoa City. Today, we're shining the spotlight on the ever-elegant and fiercely resilient Nikki Newman, portrayed by the legendary Melody Thomas Scott. For decades, Nikki has been the heart and soul of Genoa City, captivating audiences with her complex character arc and timeless charm. From her humble beginnings to becoming one of the most influential women in town, Nikki's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. Recent episodes have kept fans glued to their screens as she continues to navigate love, power, and the ghosts of her past. A new beginning at the ranch. In a truly heartwarming turn of events, Victor Newman surprised Nikki by unveiling a meticulously rebuilt version of their original ranch house. This wasn't just about constructing a new home. It was a symbolic gesture representing the rich history they shared, the trials they've overcome, and the enduring love that has kept them together through it all. As Nikki stepped through the doors of the newly restored home, she was visibly moved, with memories of their life together flooding back. From moments of passionate romance to tearful reconciliations, that house has witnessed it all. This beautifully reimagined space has now become the perfect backdrop for the Newman family's gatherings, seamlessly blending nostalgia with fresh beginnings. It serves as a reminder that, despite all the challenges they faced, Nikki and Victor's love remains unshakable. Stepping into leadership. Nikki Newman has always been known for her grace and resilience, but her recent decision to take on the role of CEO at Chancellor Industries has showcased an entirely new side of her. Determined to make her mark in the corporate world, Nikki stepped into this powerful position with unwavering confidence and vision. Supported by her loving family, she embraced this challenge, not just as Victor's wife, but as a leader in her own right. Her first day at Chancellor Industries was filled with poignant moments, including a touching scene with Claire, who expressed her deep gratitude for Nikki's forgiveness and acceptance into the family. This heartfelt exchange highlighted Nikki's compassionate nature, even as she navigates the cutthroat world of business. This chapter in her life symbolizes her evolution from a supportive partner to a formidable and influential leader, proving once again that Nikki Newman is a force to be reckoned with. Confronting past demons. Just when things seemed to be falling into place, Nikki's past came back to haunt her. The peace and tranquility of the newly rebuilt ranch were shattered when Ian Ward made a shocking and unexpected appearance. His arrival brought with it a wave of tension, fear, and unresolved issues that Nikki had long tried to bury. Her reaction to seeing Ian was nothing short of powerful, as it highlighted the deep emotional scars left by their tumultuous history. The fear and pain in her eyes were palpable, serving as a stark reminder of the challenges Nikki has faced over the years. But true to her character, she refused to let her past define her future. Determined to protect her family and preserve the peace they've worked so hard to build, Nikki confronted Ian with unwavering strength and resolve. This intense encounter showcased her courage and resilience, proving once again why she is one of Genoa City's most enduring characters. A milestone celebration. February 20th, 2024, marked a truly special occasion for the young and the restless community as they celebrated Melody Thomas Scott's incredible 45-year journey portraying Nikki Newman. For over 4 decades, Melody has breathed life into this beloved character, making Nikki a household name and a soap opera icon. To honor this remarkable milestone, the cast paid tribute by donning t-shirts featuring some of Nikki's most iconic looks throughout the years. It was a beautiful walk down memory lane, showcasing her evolution from a rebellious young woman to a powerful matriarch. Joshua Morrow, who plays her on-screen son Nick, led the heartfelt tribute, expressing his admiration and gratitude for his mama, both on and off-screen. The celebration was a touching reminder of the profound impact Nikki and Melody Thomas Scott have had on the legacy of the young and the restless. It was a moment filled with love, nostalgia, and appreciation, highlighting the special bond between the cast and their dedicated fans. A twist in Nate's legacy. In the bustling, ever-evolving drama of Genoa City, nothing remains constant for long. The revelation that Amy is the biological mother of Nate sent shockwaves throughout the community and among loyal viewers. Rumors spread like wildfire, fueling heated debates and reviving long-dormant secrets that had once threatened to tear apart the lives of many beloved characters. Elena's role in the chaos. At the heart of this renewed turmoil stands Elena, a woman whose cunning and unpredictable nature has always ensured that chaos lurks around every corner of her life. For years, Elena had meticulously orchestrated events to disrupt Nate's life, driven by a complicated mixture of rivalry, unresolved feelings, and an insatiable desire to remain relevant. Despite their tumultuous past, Nate and Elena's love story had long since faded, leaving only bitter memories and broken promises in its wake. The hunt for truth. Nate, once deeply intertwined with Elena, now finds himself caught in the crossfire of deception and the hunt for truth. The revelation of Amy's paternity came as an unexpected blow, shaking the delicate balance he had tried so desperately to maintain. Just as the world was coming to terms with this new reality, Elena, ever the provocateur, hatched a scheme to upend everything once again. Determined to shock the community and add another layer to her intricate web of lies, she orchestrated a daring move, swapping the entire set of DNA results. In one swift, calculated stroke, Elena aimed to blur the lines of truth, leaving everyone, especially Nate, wondering who the real mother was. Nate's relentless pursuit. Nate, known for his unwavering determination and relentless pursuit of the truth, refuses to be swayed by such manipulations. With every setback, his determination only grows stronger. He refuses to accept half-truths and is prepared to go to any lengths necessary to piece together the fragmented remnants of his past. The return of Olivia Barber Hastings. Amidst the swirling rumors and calculated chaos, another pivotal figure emerges from the shadows, Olivia Barber Hastings. Long believed to be Nate's biological mother, Olivia's absence from Genoa City had been a source of quiet speculation. Now, with her departure to a distant land to pursue new opportunities, Nate's origin story has become all the more convoluted. However, as whispers of Olivia's impending return grow louder, many in Genoa City find themselves questioning whether she will indeed come back to face Amy. The potential confrontation between these two women is laden with dramatic irony. Olivia, long the silent guardian of Nate's origins, may soon stand before her estranged son, ready to reveal the entire truth about his biological parents. A battle for identity. Nate's journey takes on an almost mythic quality. Driven by a need to know, he embarks on a relentless pursuit of clarity, one that leads him into the heart of family secrets. Every DNA test, every whispered conversation in shadowed corridors, and every tearful confession brings him closer to the truth. His quest is not merely about settling old scores or confronting his past. It is about reclaiming his identity in a world manipulated by those who refuse to let go of their power. Elena's manipulations. Elena, ever the master manipulator, watches this unfolding drama with a sly smile. Her plan to swap the DNA results was a masterstroke of chaos, a final desperate attempt to ensure that Nate's life remains a battleground of conflicting loyalties and hidden agendas. Yet, even as she revels in the shock and confusion she has sown, there is an undeniable undercurrent of respect for Nate's unyielding resolve. The catalyst for truth. The impending return of Olivia Barber Hastings promises to be the catalyst that finally tips the scales. Her arrival is expected to be nothing short of dramatic, a moment where the facade of lies will be stripped away to reveal the raw, unfiltered truth. Olivia, with her own battles fought in silence, may hold the key to reconciling the fractured history of Nate's life. As she steps back into the fray, the spotlight will undoubtedly shine on the dark corners of Genoa City, forcing long-buried secrets into the harsh light of day. The community awaits. In the weeks leading up to this pivotal confrontation, the community finds itself holding its breath, waiting for the truth to emerge. Every conversation, every clandestine meeting, and every look exchanged in the corridors of power is laden with anticipation. Nate, for his part, remains resolute. His determination to confront the past and embrace the truth is as unyielding as ever. The battle lines have been drawn, and the stage is set for a showdown that promises to redefine the very fabric of his existence. For fans of the series, this is more than just another twist in the narrative. It is a profound exploration of the complexities of identity, love, and the enduring human spirit. The legacy of Genoa City. As Elena's machinations continue to weave a tapestry of intrigue and deception, and as Nate inches closer to uncovering the full extent of his family's secrets, one thing remains clear: in Genoa City, nothing is ever truly as it seems. With each revelation, the boundaries between friend and foe blur, leaving everyone to wonder if the truth might be even more elusive than they ever imagined. In this ongoing saga of love, betrayal, and redemption, the characters are not just players on a stage. They are embodiments of the human condition, struggling to find meaning in a world where the only certainty is uncertainty. And as the dust begins to settle, one can only hope that, in the end, the truth will set them all free. Conclusion. The intricate dance of deception, the clashing wills of powerful women, and the relentless pursuit of truth have all converged into a narrative that is as compelling as it is heart-wrenching. Nate's journey, marked by heartbreak and betrayal, now stands on the precipice of a revelation that could alter the course of his destiny forever. As fans around the world watch with bated breath, one thing is certain: the true legacy of Genoa City will be written not in the secrets of the past, but in the courage to confront them and the strength to embrace a future defined by honesty and redemption. This narrative not only captures the shocking twists and turns of the plot, but also delves into the emotional and psychological depths of its characters, ensuring that the story remains as engaging and dynamic as the world of Genoa City itself. The young and the restless spoilers for Tuesday, February 18 tease that the action remains hot and heavy as February sweeps rolls along. Diane Jenkins Abbott and Jack Abbott are ready for a big change. Michael Baldwin receives startling news, and Summer Newman gets a grilling. Let's find out what's going down in your favorite fictional town today. Victor Newman is the man. Victor Newman summons his lawyer Michael for a strategy sesh. Michael is always down for a plot, and now it's time to get back on track after all of that nasty business with Jordan and Ian Ward. Ian shot Victor, but now he is raring to go after his number one enemy, Jack Abbott. Michael is not pleased with Victor's latest vendetta and tries to speak reason to the OG. Victor wants none of it. He wants that damn Jack Abbott ruined. Yeah, got that. Jack and Diane, two American adults. Elsewhere, Diane and Jack are ready for a change. They head over to the GCAC where they'll reside, while the Abbott mansion gets a do-over. Jack and Diane deserve some private time before Victor's onslaught. If Jack is smart, he will anticipate Victor's shenanigans and strategize with Diane. Now that Victor's through with Ian and Jordan, he needs a new target, and Jack knows exactly how the man operates. I&R spoilers tease that there will be Newman Abbott skirmishes breaking out soon. Daniel needs to grill Summer. Over with Daniel Romalotti, he grills his sister Summer about how she really feels about her ex Kyle Abbott seeing her cousin Claire Newman. Daniel thinks he sees a hint of jealousy, but Summer shuts him down. Daniel keeps at it, however, saying that Summer could be lying to herself. We all know how well Summer takes constructive criticism, so this meetup could get heated. The Young and the Restless spoilers tease that Summer's actions won't mirror her words as she witnesses Claire and Kyle get closer and closer. Meow. Looks like Sally Spectra is about to find herself in the midst of another heartbreak, reveal the Young and the Restless spoilers. The romantic roller coaster never slows down in Genoa City, and after facing heartbreak with Billy Abbott, Sally won't be sitting around nursing her wounds for too long. Instead, an unexpected man might just swoop in to steal her heart. Keep scrolling to find out who will it be. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Sally to find new romance soon. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that Sally Spectra has been involved in some iconic love stories and bitter breakups. The interior designer is currently around Billy Abbott, but something tells us that things might not work out too well for them. It all started when Phyllis had a fantasy dream about Sally's boyfriend, and since then, she has realized what her heart really wants. Billy is with Sally right now, but knowing Phyllis, that shouldn't stop her from meddling. If Phyllis actually manages to wreck Sally's romance, Sally might want to start exploring other options. The rumor mill is spinning, and we think Daniel Romalotti Jr. could become her next confidant. We recently saw him defending Sally to Phyllis while she was trashing the poor woman. Daniel also accepted the offer of working with Billy at Abbott Communications, so this can definitely put him in the drama of Sally, Billy, and Phyllis. As per Y&R head writer Josh Griffith, Daniel is heading towards something interesting. While speaking to TV Insider, Griffith confirmed that the character will go on a new path that will be on the somewhat emotionally wild side. Ever since Heather's death, Daniel has been isolating himself from romance. Could Sally and Daniel actually heal each other's wounds? Will Phyllis drive Sally into her son's husband in a bid to get Billy? Only time will tell. Until then, stay tuned to Soap Opera Daily for more such The Young and the Restless spoilers. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Summer Newman suddenly wants Kyle Abbott back. However, Summer gave a hint to Daniel Romalotti, Jr. of what is to come. It seems Kyle isn't the real issue with Summer, and the rivalry with Claire Grace Newman could last to decades. Keep reading and let's talk about what could be coming up ahead. Claire Grace Newman's reformation. When Claire first came to Genoa City, she was Jordan's partner in crime. Although Claire got treatment and seems to be reformed, her issues with Summer continue. Summer can no longer claim that her issues were because of Claire's past and out of concern for Harrison Abbott. Claire is no longer Harrison's nanny, and she proved her redemption by poisoning Jordan. Daniel Romalotti, Jr.'s call out. While Claire and Kyle are enjoying their romance, Summer has been venting to Daniel. Just as Daniel called out Phyllis Summers for her hidden feelings for Billy Abbott, the same was done with Summer. Of course, Summer denied being jealous of Claire and Kyle's relationship. Summer then tried to cover by claiming that she's just concerned for Harrison. Summer Newman's foreshadowing. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that in the episode that aired on Tuesday, February 18, 2025, Summer used a high-pitched voice when talking about Claire's relationship with Victor Newman. Now the real issue is coming out, and it really has nothing to do with Claire. It has to do with Summer feeling like Victor coddles Claire while she has to fend for herself. Summer is a bit old to be jealous of a grandfather's bond with a family member, but moving on. Kyle Abbott not real issue. with Summer hinting that her jealousy is actually of Claire's relationship with Victor rather than Kyle. What will happen in the future? Claire could give up Kyle and hand him on a silver platter to Summer. However, that won't solve the problem since it seems the core issue is jealousy over their grandfather's attention. Summer's issues seem very similar to what Adam Newman went through with Nick Newman and Victoria Newman. It should also be noted that Summer used a whiny, high-pitched mocking voice when talking about Victor coddling Claire. It sounded so much like Phyllis Summers that maybe that was another puzzle piece. Fans haven't seen Summer's scheming side come out in a while. It sounds like this feud is going to turn into an all-out family war that could last decades.